Hello, this is Palico Padge and welcome back to another episode of Sunless Skies. And we found it! Port Prosper! It's here, it's real, and it's really far away from where we should be. So, hey, oh, and it's also guarded by this really nasty sphincter thing, which shoots like blood arrows at me, and thankfully it was going after someone else. But if it's going to hang about, it's not a sphincter. I know it's not a sphincter. If it's going to hang about this port, that's going to make it a right pain in the chuddies to get to and from. But we'll deal with that when we have to. I mean, we're here. Let's enjoy it, shall we? I mean, last time around, we had a bit of a party. We went to a theatre. Went all good. And then I noticed there's a load more stuff we need to click on. So I thought we'd end it, come back here, and then crack on a bit later. So we can recruit people. Now, we do have a little bit of moolah. Not too much, mind. How much money do we have? 251. So we could hire someone. I think it's 100 it costs us to hire someone. Yeah. So let's see what they've got and go from there. So recruit the Incognito princess. Perched atop a mountain of luggage is a radiant young woman. She's an officer dressed in what an actor would wear in a fantastical romance. A tiara rests on her brow. A steady stream of commoners come to pay homage, bowing and courtesying enthusiastically. Starting circle in dense swarms above her. Refugees from Old London are a common sight, although not in such numbers. She ignores everything and hands you papers so pristine that they can only be forged. So, offer her a berth on your locomotive. She would certainly make an interesting addition to your crew. And she'll increase our mirrors by 6, our hearts by 2, and our affiliation boheme by 1. Or, we can have the Incautious Driver, who will increase our iron by 6, our hearts by 2, and our affiliation establishment by 1. So, actually that cost us 20. How much does she cost us? Oh, she cost us 100. I mean, and we got 250 odd. I'll tell you what, let's pop to the shops. Oh, what do they want? A whistling apiatrist is selling fresh, or at least recent chorister nectar. Versatile substance used variably as a sweetener, an intoxicant, and a tonic for her vocal cords. Or for their vocal cords. Or not. What's in Nelson's? Fuel? I mean, what do we have at the moment? 5 fuel, 6 supplies. So if we bought 1 just to do us up, and then really the rest of it is what we want to do with it. So that being said, let's take on the driver. He's only 20. That's fine. We'll take him on. The driver boards, eager to get started. I recently parted ways with the Windward Company, they explained. Personally, I think a crash a week isn't so bad. They disagreed. Oh well, live and learn. Cool. Then we'll take on the Incognito princess, which is a new one for me. I am a humble first officer looking for, what's the word, when commoners do things for coins, she asked. Work, that's it. She beams at you, delighted, as innocent as a Gatling gun. As she steps aboard, a commoner calmly takes a spoon from his pocket and scoops out his eyes. After such radiance, all else is tawdry, he says, between screams. It seems she's already forgotten about her signing on money. Oh. Does that mean it hasn't cost me then? Interesting. So from the tiara-crested brow downwards, there is nothing about the Incognito princess that is not incandescent. She is like the sun and about as dangerous to anything in the vicinity. Wherever the princess goes, she looks around with a surplus of curiosity and a complete lack of care. Prove oneself as a fit confidant. While she seems incapable of discerning between the two, the Incognito princess seems intrigued by any mention of daring do and abysmal horror. So we need a sky story and a tale of terror. Okay. The driver has no tolerance for uneventful voyages. When not on duty, they stare through the stained glass windows as if willing excitement to ride in on a wave of disaster. When they take the wheel, the rest of the crew grip the nearest available supports and whisper quiet prayers to various gods. So we can gamble with him. So she didn't cost us anything, which is cool. Why not? Let's do it. You enter the hold and find the game well underway. The driver sits cross-legged in front of a pile of freshly won sovereigns and 3 newly impoverished members of the crew. A stoker angrily throws an expensive-looking watch onto the pile of winnings and departs in a fury. The driver looks up. Archivist! Care to make me a wager? Or care to make a wager? Oh shit. The driver deals with cards between the players. The cook and the crewman, whose name you can't place at the moment, watch each other with barely disguised suspicion. Behind you, a small crowd gathers to see the captain's coin. Alright. Hey! You spread your cards out. The driver plays with instinct rather than strategy, betting everything on what turns out to be a terrible hand. Your luck is stronger. An entire royal succession stares up from the table. The other competitors can only grumble as you claim the pot. I hear you used to be a test driver, says the quartermaster. The driver nods. You never have thought it. As a child, I loved my trains, very ordered. A safe little space where they could go round and round and nothing could go wrong. It was only after the crash that I realised I needed more. I suppose surviving that taught me that there was more to living than simply being alive. Another round? I mean, we've done something with him. We haven't lost anything. We might as well play again. 25 again? Boo. You throw your cards down, not expecting to win. You're not disappointed. The driver barely even looks at their cards before going all in, claiming the pot with nothing more than a pair of aces. The other players glare sullenly, regretting their hesitation. Wait, you're a Stainrod, as in Leadbeater and Stainrod? Demands the crewman. And you're still taking coins out of our pockets? The driver shrugs. Black sheep of the family. We don't talk much, not since the accident. Mother didn't approve of my new career, and father, he's well. Anyway, they shuffle the cards, smiling with confidence. Never bet what you can't afford to lose. The driver deals with cards between the players. The cook and the crewman, whose name you can't place at the moment, watch each other. We've done that bit. Step away from the game. Okay. So we've done as much as we can. The remaining crew around the circle relax as you stand to leave. The driver shuffles the cards, ready to begin the next round. They can continue. That's fine. If they want to lose their money, it's up to them. The driver nods to you, oddly scratching an ear. Just for a moment, you spot something green winding around their finger. So we are learning about the Incautious Driver. So we can converse with him now. They keep scratching their ears even while driving. A nervous tick, or perhaps a sickness that might spread amongst the crew. Or a secondment. Listen to the driver's suggestion. Recently they've been roaming the corridors of your engine, whistling and getting in the way. Is there something they want? Seems more direct. The driver blinks. You can't keep anything from you, I see. I've been feeling a bit on edge. Would like to make myself useful if I can. There's races at the Royal Society. Maybe we could go there and you could drop me off for a bit. I could make us both a bit of money. They take out a coin and flip it in the air. It comes down on heads. Just a thought, anyway. The driver will join the Rochester Club to take part in races and generate winnings for you while on secondment. Okay. Well, we can talk as well. Might as well talk. What? Oh, yes, yes, yes. The driver scratches again. It's nothing. Just a little earache. I'm sure. It comes and goes. Their knee trembles with frustration of being pulled away from the wheel for even the short conversation. See, you're fine now. Yeah, we can recommend visiting a doctor, I suppose. Not necessary, the driver protests, scratching at the ear with renewed force. A look of pain flashes over their face for a moment. Perhaps, my family knows of a specialist in New Winchester. I think father owns the building. I think I can call in a favour. Right, so New Winchester ho, as far as that's concerned. We'll leave the rest. Cool. So, Next thing, the parsimonious chairman's offices is where we will be. The offices of the Windward Company on Port Prosper are elegantly appointed, if antiquated. Paintings of old London adorn the walls. The parsimonious chairman has worked for ruthless captains. He sits behind his imported mahogany desk, a decanter of brandy at his left hand and a series of neatly stacked reports at his right. A fire has been lit in the cavernous hearth. It is too warm. Let's give him a listen. He pours the brandy into 2 glasses, then produces a ruler to measure the amounts. To business, he smiles, revealing the extensive damage to his teeth. It was a pugilist back in London. I was a pugilist back in London, a young man's game. He stands at the window watching the starlight bathe the sloping streets of Prosper. This place exists because of constant work, from the politicians who planned it to the pioneers who built it, to the soldiers who even today defend it from the Tacketies. We have need of more such work. Bring me nameplates from Tackety engines. We keep lists. You will be rewarded. So we can hunt Tackety locomotives and provide their nameplates for the parsimonious chairman, or we can do nothing. Oh, he just looks dodgy, doesn't he? I'm going to decline. The chairman sighs as though used to disappointment. He allows you to finish your brandy before ringing a little bell. His secretary escorts you out. My door, the chairman says as you leave, is always open. Okay. Only because I want to see what else is on offer here. Ask about the Albion Transit Relay. The Albion Transit Relay lies in a cul-de-sac close to the Port Prosper dock. Their locomotives can secure passage to the far-off territories of Albion, where London lies. So we can inquire about passage to Albion. A garrulous captain is delighted to have an excuse to talk. I'm happy to help, Archivist. Happy to help. They point down the docks. There you are. Keep going past the port. You can't miss it. If you've good eyes, you might even be able to see it from here. Passage ain't free, mind. You can travel first class if you have a ministry stamp permit, or you can bring a couple of barrels of hours to travel second class. Alright, so not a lot to be said about that. We've done the clock tower, haven't we? So let's have a quick look around Port Prosper. Can't do that. Right. To which case then, I think we are done here. I think we are done. We are. We've still got a decent amount of money. Money. Everything else is kind of how it was before. One port. Prosper. I mean, I'm here. Let's do it. Let's do it. He fetches glasses and measures each of you a precise inch of brandy. Cheers, your glasses clink. I hoped you would reconsider. After all, it is impossible to spend time in the Reach without seeing its desperate need for order. So we need Tackety nameplates. Alright. Guess we're fighting against the Tacketies. That's fine. I mean, you've got to pick a side. You stay in the middle of the road, you're going to get run over. And with that being said, I think it's time for us to depart. So we need to go back down to New Winchester. I'm thinking we might as well just travel down here and then cut across just to open up a bit more of the map. You never know, we might come across something. We're okay as far as fuel and supplies are concerned, so again, makes sense to sort of get out there. Oh, look at that. Oh. Well, let's go say hello. A stone edifice, scintillant with sigils, is encased in a contrivance of steel and brass. This is Singer Jenkins' relay. Allowing transport via a loophole in some cosmic mandate across the sunless waste to a far-flung district of heaven. This one leads to Albion, the heart of the new British Empire and the seat of Her Renewed Majesty Queen Victoria. Right. So, 2 ministry stamp permits. Guessing that is just done here. And that in itself is a dead end. Mole's table. Okay, so... Well, that's all explored, which isn't a bad thing, I suppose. We will... Yeah, go straight down. Hope that thing's disappeared. Don't really fancy coming up against that again. I mean, I'm pretty sure we could probably ignore... Well, not ignore it, but not be destroyed by it. We're definitely going to take damage, but not be destroyed by it. I thought, because the last time we came across it, it had something to do with us being in the snowy region, but apparently not. So, just got to be on our lookout as far as that's concerned. I don't want to delve too far away from what we're doing. I don't want to be caught short on fuel or supplies again, if I can help it. What be you? Join Dreadnought. Oh, what be you? You attack a T? Attack the scout. Oh, are they going to fight? He's a fleeing. We got him. We got him. The tactics favour scrappy, versatile engines that, when not skirmishing with company vessels, can serve double duty as traders, messengers, or transports. So we can pillage their stores for fuel and supplies. Not really needed. Or seize its cargo. We'll do that. Tactics often carry natural resources they have hewn, farmed, or mined from the reach. Lamps of bronze wood, vessels of sticky chorister nectar, sacks of boisterous seeds, barrels of arrows freshly dug from some nameless sky rock. So we've got a mangled tactic nameplate and a sack of verdant seeds. Nice! Right. Just because I want to see what I get for this nameplate and we're so close. Honk honk! We're going to hand this in and see what we get of it. Here we be. Can't find the place for bloody ages, now I can't leave it. Righty, so over to the guy. So turn in all your targeting nameplates for sovereigns. Excuse me. Off. Right, so let's do that. 25 sovereigns, that's not bad. He handles each plate with care, running his fingers over the brass. I've signed your account. Your reward is waiting with my secretary. So, yes. Looks like we won't be playing too much with the tactics in this playthrough. That's alright. That's alright. They seem like small ships anyway, compared to the establishment, as it were, having the big dreadnoughts. So, as the first playthrough is concerned, it's probably better that we stick with the overbearing rulers of the world, as opposed to trying to rebel against them. Wonder if I should have picked up some fuel or supplies, though. Never mind. We're on the way now. Let's do what we were doing. See, this is the part that throws me. Because in Sunless Sea, if there was something in front of you, generally you'd run into it. Because we're in the sky, it's quite hard to tell the depth of things. So you don't know whether it's something which you'll either bash into or go under. Or over, for that matter. Again, I don't really want to venture too far off my sort of path I've got in my head. Not know where it's going to take me. That looks interesting. Can't do anything with you though. You're not where you thought you were. The sky is wrong. This is not where you were meant to be. Was it a trick of the mists? Has a wind carried you astray? Have heavens themselves turned on their axis? You've not earned the wrath of the waste waif. Is that a good thing or not? I'm going to press on. Why not? Oh, that's why. The mist is soft at the windows. The stars have gone awry. You crawl onward. There is an outbreak of violent star madness among the crew. In time, you find your way back to a stretch of sky you can locate on your chart. Your journey continues. Lost 2 crew. That's alright. Could have been worse. Ow. Oh. Ow. See what I mean? I'm right next to something. Thanks to its coat of vines, this overgrown signal box of the Isambard line retains its structural integrity, if not its dignity. The underframe serves as trellis for a vine circumnavigating the signal box. The plant's stem resembles thigh-thick twine, giving the building the appearance of a hurriedly wrapped parcel. Inside, beneath a desk covered with rusted levers, is a luggage trunk. Captain's in dire need. I am not in dire need. Let's see if anyone has been. The handwriting is poor but legible. Captain Chan withdrew fuel, given no reason. There's a column for miscellaneous notes. The captain warns of a condition afflicting her crew. It started during a period of downtime. One took up gazing at the stars and encouraged the others into consideration of the heavens. This has since become a fixation, and the entire crew only grudgingly leaves the windows to perform their labours. Oh, not good. No need to raid the crash. We're doing alright. Something a little bit further down here, though. The Incognito princess is delighted. I had doll's house this size. Much prettier, of course. Right, another homestead abandoned. What's our chance? 100%? We'll do it. 2 supplies. Nice. You find bottles of homemade wine in the cellar, pots of meat pickling under the sword by the doorstep, and salvageable tools in an overgrown shed. Modest treasures that could mean the difference between life and death if your fortunes turn. Yeah. Well, I've definitely had worse fortunes in this game so far. Where did that tackety scout go? Ah, there you be. We fight him. Oh. You're not a tackety scout, are you? Oh, moved the wrong way. We're very close to dying. Do I peg it? Might be worth pegging it. I ain't got a lot of health. If we had a go. He moves very quickly. We'll come back for you. I've got your number, sunshine. Narrow escape. A medical emergency. The settler from Port Prosper staggers onto the bridge, clutching his throat. He appears to be in some distress. Indeed, hair sprouts like invasive weed from every follicle in his body, forcing its way out. Return his remains to Port Prosper. There's no point in taking him to his destination. His family would want the body returned, probably. Keep the body for study. The settler's exceedingly singular misfortune may prove a great boon to the fledgling science of interstellar pathology. Or throw him off. We'll take him back to Port Prosper. I mean, we're not that far away anyway. The settler is deposited in his cabin under careful quarantine. Soap and warm water is applied liberally to the doors. As I said, we've got to head back in that direction anyway. Can't leave the bloody place now. Could do with being healed though. Need a healing of some sort. Hello, Dreadnought. Where were you when I needed you? I mean, I'm pretty sure I can't heal up in Port Prosper. Gotta be down in New Winchester. Right, so let's drop this guy off. Can I drop him off? Offer transport to settlers? Return to settler. This is not what was requested, but it's where you think they ought to be. You find an address among the dead settlers' belongings. A small house not far from the station. An old woman answers the door, a young child at her elbow. She nods stiffly. She sees you. She accepts his crafted corpse. You're not invited in. But I got money out of it. The hey-ho. If you visit Queen's Cross in Port Prosper, you can pick up another. Yeah, why not? Let's encourage others to seek adventure. Why not? A crowd gathers to listen to your tales. Stories of daring escapes and fingernail victories go down almost as well as the whiskey. Ambition dawns in several bloodshot eyes. Some might even follow through on it when sober. Okay, so where are we going? I simply must move to Titania. From everything I've been given to understand, it's altogether divine. You wipe your hand on your trousers after shaking his disquietly sweaty hand. This is it, isn't it? Leaving the safety of Port Prosper, really going out into the world. Ah, haha. Here we go then, eh? Okay, Titania. I don't think I've been to Titania. Can I heal? Can I heal? Can I heal? Can I heal? I cannot. However, we will buy fuel. Oh, yes, yes, yes. We will buy fuel. I think that is where we are going to leave it. Still haven't got enough time to pass to visit the Admiral Nelson. So, yes, we shall leave it all here. I promise you next time, after spending several episodes trying to get to Port Prosper, it now appears that it's going to take several episodes to get away from it. But we will be heading off in the next episode. So thank you for watching. As always, a like is appreciated. And I'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy.